So, can you tell me the reasons why We Were Beautiful broke up?
No. Well, it's like long-winded. So, in the start, like the earlier sound of it, it was because we lost, like, the drummer left, and then we got a new drummer. Then he left, and we were like, oh man, this is like a ball, like to actually get new drummers and stuff. And then Paul started doing his sound, like starting to do like sound, like gigs and stuff, like doing the mixing and all that. And he was getting a bit attached to that, and he told us like, oh, like he hasn't got enough time for it and that. And then we like were having these thoughts like maybe we should just completely restart the band, the same lineup, but like different name, different music and everything. And we were like in the process of doing that, and then we all just decided like it was just game over because it just lost momentum. Like we were just like it's not happening. Let's just split off. And at the same time as it was splitting up, I was sort of meant to be doing a side project while I was in We Were Beautiful with some other mates, which is the other band, which is just started last week. But
the band with no name.
The band with no name.
Should call it that.
Yeah. Well, it's like mad because one of them, I call the band, two of the lads from Battleships, a band that we knew, and we were from We Were Beautiful, so we were going to call it We Were Battleships, but no. Anyway, yeah, so it basically came down to us just being like, this is not going anywhere, let's just give it, leave it, call it a day.
So, how did you all agree to the split? Like, did you speak about it?
Yeah, like, we went into the practice room, and we would, well, it was actually sort of not actually when you think about it. We went into the practice room, we sort of decided like we should call it, like maybe we should call it a day. We were like, no, let's not call it a day. Like let's just see. We'll have some time off, and we'll just like see what we think in a week. And then I was in work with Chris, who was a bass player, and I was like, so like, what have you spoken to Paul about what's happened? He was like, oh yeah, the band split up. And I was like, what? I was like, no one's talking. And he was like speaking to another lad about it as well, like saying the band had split up, as if I knew. And I was like, when the hell did this happen? Like, why didn't you tell me? But we all like pretty much agreed on it. We were all pretty cool with it. Like it was just inevitable. Like it was just.
They expected it, but
yeah, it was like we knew it was going to happen. We just didn't want it to, and then we were just like, go ahead.
How did you feel at the time?
At the time, I felt so upset. I was pretty sad with it, to be honest. I was just like, oh, alright. Like, because I was planning to do a side project, so I thought I'm not going to be, like, just completely not doing music ever again. So I was like, damn, but didn't really speak to Paul about it. Like, I haven't spoken to him really since. He's still got my Microcoag synth as well, which I need to get off him. I guess I'll have to speak to him something. But yeah, like, pretty cut off with Paul, and then me and Chris just stayed in touch, like, but are still best mates and that, but I don't feel any different. I was a bit like, I don't know, now I've got nothing to do on some days.
Yeah. Was it the right thing to do, looking back at it, or do you regret it?
I'd say it was. It was looking back now, I don't regret it, but after, like, the weeks after it, I was just like, that was such a bad because we like built it up from nothing, and then we had like 2,000 likes on Facebook, which is really difficult to get. We like put so much money like promoting like the band and everything. I put like 2 years of my fucking life just wasted, and like $2,000 on an EP, which was like ridiculous, really. So, and it just we released it, and then like a few months later we split up. It was like, so I regret like they split up for those reasons, but on the same time I don't, because it was a little I would have just been so unhappy still playing in the band, and we were all just like,
so he's doing well at the time?
Yeah, it was really good. It was like, we were starting to like book tour dates and everything, which was sweet, but
that's a shame.
It all just fell apart.
Basically.
Yeah, it all just went down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Do you see any future with this band, or is that it for them?
I don't know, it's weird, right? The Facebook likes have gone up more since we split up than they used to, like when we were together, which is weird. And I've been like saying to Chris, like, what the hell is this? Like, why is it going up? And he was like, oh, we should do like a comeback. And I was like, no. It's weird because it's like, we went on like massive, it's not like Echo Arena, but it's straight like, but nah, I'd say not. Like, I'm still mates with them, but it's just not worth it.
No.
Maybe one day. That'd be sick actually when I'm like 50. Get my guitar,
£2,000
a beard down here. Just haven't shaved since I left the band.
What were the highlight moments with the band,
Highlights.
if there were any?
I'd say probably we support Death Havana and Low Atlantis, which are like two of my favourite bands. Not so much Death Havana because they're a bit shit, but like Low Atlantis, that was boss. And I'd say recording in Belfast, that was pretty sweet.
Alright. Why'd you go there?
Why? To record the EP.
Why Belfast? Just
Oh, I don't know. You know, we were speaking to some guy who went to Lipa, and he was like really good. So we were like, let's just, because and like it's really hard in the like because we're a rock band, like nowhere record. They all just record indie, and they can't record drums for like rock music or anything. So it's like we were like, if we want a decent sound EP, we might as well go there. But then we had to add on the living costs.
Yeah.
And like to the recording, to like just came a silly amount of money. But it was just sweet. Like we got given like the person who was recording us, the producer. He was like, he had a big house, and then behind his house he had another house. Yeah. Which was just for like holiday. If people were going on the holidays, he could rent it out, and he was like, you might as well live there for a week. So it was sweet. Like we had our own house and everything. It was just
nice. So, have you been in any previous bands before it?
Previous bands? I was in a band with Connor Hodge, Jay Corley, and Alex Randalls. He was the original drummer in We Were Beautiful. It was like a cover band though, we just did functions and stuff.
Right.
We played here.
Did you?
Played One Direction, what else did we play? Fireworks by Katy Perry. It was a good day. And we did Superstars as well, won that one. Is that what it's called?
It starts there tomorrow.
Did it?
Yeah, this year.
Enter, it's so funny.
I'm in it.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing a dance.
We won it last year and I just didn't want him. It was meant to be a laugh. We went like, and then I was like, this is getting a bit serious, why are we back there? And they opened the curtains and all like the smoke came out and I was like, walk over my guitar just like, we won a massive meal though, yeah. There was like 4 of us, we won like 2 of the things you get chips in, the big massive trays.
Yeah.
2 of them. 2 pizzas, like full pizzas. Like a load, it was just ridiculous, loads of stuff. And me, Hodge and Jake, Randy didn't come down for it, it was just me, Hodge and Jake, just like, how are we going to eat this? And all these lower schools, because we had to eat in the canteen downstairs. It was a nightmare, so we just like invited the majority of the common room down to just eat it.
Is that the only band you've been in before? We Were Beautiful?
Yeah, that was the only one.
So what you did before, like, playing wise? Just on your own?
Yeah, in front of my mirror, just jamming, just like...
Yeah. What, for years?
Thinking I was Slash. Yeah, and but that was like the reason. I was in the cover band with Randy and that. And Randy was a drummer, We Were Beautiful, and their guitarist left, Brad Down. Brad Sean, the guitarist in JC.
Yeah, DJ Brad.
Yeah, and he left We Were Beautiful. And I was originally in We Were Beautiful earlier on, and then left, and then... So I was in a band, but it was just We Were Beautiful. It wasn't anything before We Were Beautiful.
Right.
And I left and then came back.
So I was just there. I was going to say, do you play solo at the moment?
No. Someone in the school,
okay.
Someone in the school did ask me if I'd play our 18th, and I was just like, I don't do that. I guess you must be in the year above.
It wasn't Eleanor by any chance, was it?
Eleanor.
Referee?
No. Why?
Because we had a joint party and we were asking, we couldn't find anyone to do music, so we were asking, I was like, just ask anyone you can find. It could well have been.
I don't know.
We ended up settling for an awful DJ.
So you got Joe Aykroyd does DJ now.
Is he?
He's so good at it as well. He has like plays like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme tune and everything. But if you asked him, he would have done it. He would totally would have done it. He calls himself Vinyl Richie. He's got like, his posters like Lionel Richie's head with a vinyl over it, which just his eyes come up with.
I should have asked him actually. We had to set up someone called DJ Craig, who's from Mill Lane, who we'd never heard of before. Got 40, came with his wife.
Oh, Joe Donnelly?
Yeah.
Joe Donnelly's dad and his brother do it. They're alright. But, you know, the Donnellys.
The Donnelly, father and son. Yeah. This is how you're looking, but are you in a new band?
Here we go. I am. Yeah, I'm sure like, yeah.
I'm in 1.5.
Yeah. Sort of in High Violet, just helping out. I see that on more on a session basis because but I don't get paid because it's silly. But I was literally just like, oh, let me make. I need a guitarist. I'll help them out until they find a proper one. Because I can pick the song up sort of all right. And then they just, as I said, they're just not looking for a new guitarist like enough. So I'm like being stuck in that band, which is a bit shit. But and the new one I've started is with Chris from We Were Beautiful, bass player, and two other lads from Battleships. They were like the same level as us when we were getting around Liverpool. So and with like similar music, so we'd always get put on gigs with them. They split up a few months before we did, so it just fell into place with us. And then we moved into the practice room last Tuesday, and it sounds class, which is good, because the high ballad stuff is very slow, and I can't deal with that. And this stuff's like loads like We Were Beautiful with better. Sweet.
So what does the future hold musically for yourself?
I don't know. Well, I'm doing pop music studies in uni, so if it all fails, obviously I would love to be in a massive band. But if it all fails, I've got a lot to fall back on. I'd like to be a music journalist. That'd be pretty cool. But future, I don't know. I'm just gonna. I don't know if I can manage to stay in two bands at once. I'm gonna try. But if it comes, I'm gonna push the new one I've started. No, I'm gonna push the new one I've started for even more than High Violet, because that's the one I actually want to. And it's plus I'm gonna I'm starting. I only joined High Violet, which is a bit shit. Like when you join a band halfway through the being a band, it's just not the same. This one's gonna be like I've started up from the bottom, and I'm writing the songs and doing all my own parts on all of them, rather than learning the parts of the old guitarist in the band, which is pretty sweet. That is my future musically.
There you go.
I'm just gonna continue just riffing all the time.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.